So it's been a good start to 2023 for the stock market, with the S&P 500 year to date up around 5%, and stocks like Tesla, for example, up around 86%. But if we take a step back, which is always very helpful to do, we can see the S&P 500 over the last year, so the last 12 months, is still down around 7%, and Tesla down around 30% in the last 12 months. So while it's definitely been a good start to the year, we still have some ways to go in order to return to some of the all-time highs that we've seen in January 2022. So for this video, what I'm going to do is take you guys through my stock market portfolio across a couple of different brokers that I use, show you guys the balances there, what I'm investing in, and basically my plans for the upcoming weeks and possibly months. But just before we jump into the portfolio, if you're watching from Ireland and you're trying to get a little bit of extra money in your back pocket, make sure you do consider doing your tax return for the previous year and up to the previous 4 years. For example, last year a new renter's credit relief came out where you can claim up to €500 back if you are renting. So that was a big boost to a lot of people when they did their tax returns this year. And if you need any help with your tax returns, make sure you do check out taxback.com, who have kindly sponsored this video. They can help you do your last year's or up to your last 4 years tax returns. So make sure you do check them out in the description below. So jumping into the portfolio here, we can see that the current balance is 16,882. You'll notice that figure will change throughout this video because the stock market is currently still open. So obviously that price will fluctuate. And then you can see the figure below that, which is 14,485. The reason for the difference between these two is the lower figure is what I currently have invested, and the rest of that is just free cash. We can see a breakdown here. So about 2.4K currently non-invested sitting on the sidelines. So if we jump into some of the investments, then we can take a look at the pies here. So you can see I currently have 3 pies going. We have the Dow 32 pie, we have a renewable energy pie, and then we also have a Tesla stock pie. So let's take a look at the other two first, which is the Tesla stock pie. In here you can see we have Tesla at 80% and Taiwan Semiconductors in there at 20%. So the reason that this is called Tesla Pie, but I have Taiwan Semiconductors in here as well, is that I basically just fluctuate between having 1 or 2 stocks in this pie. And for example, if Taiwan Semiconductors becomes 30%, then I can transition some of that back into Tesla stock when I do a rebalance, or when I decide to remove Taiwan Semiconductors or whatever other stock is in this pie with Tesla, I can just allocate all that money back into Tesla. So yeah, it's basically just where I like to kind of play around with a couple of different stocks and the Tesla stock as the kind of staple in that pie. But for now, it's Taiwan Semiconductors, chip manufacturer, has a huge market share, and I think they're quite a good stock. Currently down 4% from when I have bought it, but I think I'll be continuing to add to this one. It's a stock that I do like. Next up, we have renewable energy. So again, no surprise to find Tesla in here. So we got Tesla again at 70%, and then we have Enphase Energy here at 30%. So yeah, my position in this was up quite a bit, but it actually did have a bad quarter, I believe. So the stock price did come down a little bit, but I'm still confident in the company and happy to have my position there, and will hopefully add a little bit more to that as we go on. And then you can see I have my Dow 32 pie, which I made a full video on this if you want to see how you can make a pie with all of these different ones on Trading 212. I'll leave that link to the video. You should be able to click the eye icon and you can go ahead and check out that video where I go into some more detail. But yeah, in here, won't go over them all, but essentially I've taken the Dow Jones 30 and I've added 2 extra stocks to that, and then I've done my own kind of weightings here. Pretty much put everything at 3%, and then Tesla and Chevron at 5% currently. So yeah, that's basically all of them there. And whenever it comes time to rebalance, if some positions become larger than others, I can click rebalance here and you can see it will swap, it will sell the bigger positions and then buy some of the other positions. So let's take a further step back and take a look at the allocation here. So this will just show a breakdown in percentages of what I'm currently invested in. You can see here Tesla currently at 56%. Enphase, the second largest holding at 14.2%. We also have Grab, which I'll go to that in a second. That's basically a Chinese stock that I think may have a good short-term upside, but it's not going to be a long-term hold for me. Then we have the Taiwan Semiconductors, and then it gets into a lot smaller percentages. So let's jump back into Grab if I can find it here quickly. So we can see we have Grab here. It's currently down 6.5% from when I bought it, which is absolutely not ideal, but it's definitely a bit of a risky one that I'm going with this. I just feel like China's stocks currently have been compressed quite a bit, and I do feel like there's an opportunity there that I could potentially do a short-term play on this Grab stock and then hopefully sell it for, I don't know, 20-30% profit. But if it doesn't get there, I'll keep an eye on it, and if the loss does go to in around 20%, I may exit out of that position. Not recommending anybody follow me on this by any means, but maybe I'll keep you guys updated on how this position plays out. Just a little bit of a riskier one that I have my hand in right now. Okay, so jumping over into Trade Republic, then over here, I'm sure it'll be no surprise to people, I have a little bit more Tesla stock. I have about 180, 190 euro of Tesla stock in there, and then the equivalent of that I also have in cash, and that cash is just on the sidelines ready to invest. It's currently earning 2% interest here for me, which is great. So if anyone didn't see my TikTok where I covered that off, where Trade Republic are basically giving 2% interest to people for just having cash, uninvested cash in their Trade Republic account. So if that's a risk-free strategy that you guys want to try and want to check out Trade Republic, I'll leave a link down in the description below to them as well. You can sign up, get yourself a free stock for signing up too. But yeah, there's definitely no banks that I know of anyway in Ireland that are offering a 2% interest rate. So if that's something you want to take advantage of, make sure you do check them out. But yeah, right now, just a little bit of Tesla stock, a little bit of cash on the sidelines there too. And then finally, we've got Buck Zero, where I've just started a savings plan on Buck Zero. So you can see I'm buying into an iShares Automation and Robotics ETF right now, putting 150 a month into this, so a little bit smaller. But yeah, just have that savings plan going there. So every single month, it's going to put 150 euro in there. I just need to make sure that I deposit into the account, and then it will automatically take care of everything else. So a nice way to automate the investing on that side of things too. So I'll keep you guys updated on how that one folds out. But I think it's a good ETF to be in, the iShares Automation and Robotics. I'm just not sure when it will absolutely take off. It could be a couple more years before we do see some big gains in that industry. But you know, when you look at the likes of AI with ChatGPT, Tesla have their Optimus bot, I think it's definitely going to be the future and a lot of money to be made. And an ETF is a good way to kind of cover across a lot of different stocks in that sector. So yeah, who knows how that one will do, but we'll keep an eye on that one as well. So all in all, currently have about 17,500 euro invested across the stock market right now. Currently don't have anything in crypto, but still eyeing up some opportunities for when we do see a bit of a drawback. It's been on a little bit of a run up recently, crypto, but I still don't have my full confidence that the run will be sustained. Won't get into all that in this video, but just as of now, don't have any cryptocurrency, but will be looking to add back my position in that soon. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video, guys. Just wanted to give you a quick portfolio update on how we're currently looking. I'll be sure to keep you guys up to date over the next coming weeks, and if anything does change or any exciting news comes up, I'll be sure to update you guys. If you appreciate the transparency and enjoy the channel, make sure you do drop a like on the video. And please consider subscribing to the channel as well. Would really, really appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in another video.